The journey of building hope began in the early fall of 1999. GCF Church was renovating our current sanctuary, which used to be a laser tag and an arcade, and two little boys, about an 8-year-old and 10-year-old, came in looking for it. There was a lot of gang activity going on at the time, and I was wondering to myself, what would happen with these young men if somebody began to roll up their sleeves, got involved in these young kids' lives so that they could be successes instead of potential statistics in our community. From there, God really birthed a vision in me to create a place where these kids could be served, and I knew that it would require many components: the faith community, educators, as well as a business partner to help really create a place where these kids could be served. So I began to reach out to leaders in our community and shared with them the vision of how we can engage these young children and at-risk youth to change their lives. And out of those initial conversations grew partnerships that developed Building Hope Community Life Center today. In those early years, what we saw was the beginning of what Building Hope would become, a family. We began to see the kids' academic scores improve. We not only saw the children getting touched, we began to see families get touched. And all of a sudden, something began to grow, and something took place that was divine in nature. A family was created that began to serve these children and kids of West Greenville. One of the most strategic partners that got involved with Building Hope early on was Walter and Marie Williams. Mr. Williams let us start in his trade station on 10th Street, and then after about a year and a half there, he came to us one day and said, "I want to show you something," and took us over to our current location, 309 West 9th. He said, "These keys are for you and these kids and what you're doing in their lives," and we've been in that location ever since.
At present, our programs include Project Bridges, our after-school program for elementary and middle school students, mentoring programs Men of Standard and Women of Worth, parent engagement, service Saturdays, and our summer programs. The Project Bridges program is a partnership between Building Hope and Pitt County Schools, so any young man or young woman, 3rd through 8th grade, who commits an offense that warrants a suspension can be referred to Building Hope as an alternative to suspension. If they successfully complete their time at Building Hope, that suspension is wiped off their record.
So most of the kids that we serve tend to get here because of different behaviors such as disruption or fighting, bullying, disrespect to staff. And the common thing that we see amongst all those behaviors is that normally it's rooted to anger or some type of emotion that they're not able to express normally or in a healthy way.
But when they come to Project Bridges, they're able to have that family feel. They're able to receive the support that they need.
One story in particular I remember is a young man who was in elementary school, 5th grade. He had been long-term suspended for the last 2 months of school. He came to us very guarded and angry. By the time he left, he had made a complete 180. In fact, the program helped him so much that he actually enrolled in our after-school program the following year.
When our students come to Building Hope after school, we're able to provide them with a safe place, with a family, and we're able to help them grow personally, spiritually, and academically through discipleship, through character development, and through one-on-one homework help. A lot of our students come from single-parent households, and their parents work really hard. So if they weren't at Building Hope, they would be going home to an empty house. But because we're able to partner with their parents, we're able to provide that support with them after they get out of school until their parents are able to get off of work.
We get to spend time with each other, and we don't have to do nothing special for him to like us because God already likes us and cares for us.
Building Hope teaches me how to be a kid and have fun and be respectful.
Our middle school after-school program serves grades 6 through 8, and we serve both boys and girls. Some of the things that we see them struggling with are their identity or lack thereof and bullying. This is a really critical time in their lives because this is the time where they are experiencing things that they have never experienced before. And a lot of times they're lost. They're trying to find a place. And we give them that place through helping them build a foundation to where their identity comes from. And it comes from God. If we don't teach them a way to find themselves, then they'll find it the wrong way.
Building hope helps me by getting along with people and knowing that no matter like who you are, what you are, he still loves you. And that even though you may be different from other people, he still loves you.
Building hope helps me with my work because I struggle a little, and it helps you get active and social, and it helps you with your learning skills and how to like be a good person.
So Men of Standard is a mentoring program for kids that are 10-year-olds or up. And our job is just to fellowship with the young men and mentor them and help them to grow into the man that God has called them to be. So 300 Men of Standard is based on the story of Gideon in the Bible. God said that Gideon was a man of valor, and he called Gideon to raise up an army to fight the Midianites in the Bible. And so that same concept that we have is that God is raising a standard of men to go against the social norm, to go against what the world is saying, to be able to set a standard wherever they go. That's what 300 stands for.
What I learned about God here was God will always care about you, no matter where you came from, what you do. God will cover you. He will knock down mountains in your life. He can help you accomplish your dreams.
I recommend Men of Standard because nobody here won't judge you. Everybody here is family, is like family, and we all form a bond, a brotherhood. It teaches us about God.
WOW began in the fall of 2009, and it was created because the girls wanted to have a group where they could meet. But more importantly, the women who were there knew that they needed a group to teach them biblical principles, to have fellowship, to keep these young girls off of the street on a Friday night, and to build them up into women of worth.
Our parent engagement program provides the tools and resources the parents need to cultivate healthy, positive parenting relationships with their children. At Building Hope, we want to be able to give back to the community. One of the ways we're able to do that is through our Service Saturday program, which provides an opportunity for our staff, our students, and our parents to bless the community that's given so much to us. Our summer program includes leadership training, school readiness, exposure to the arts and film, as well as providing opportunities for service to the community. So historically, Building Hope has done an amazing job meeting the academic, spiritual, social, and emotional needs of the families. One of the components that have been missing is the mental health component. Building Hope's partnership with CareNet affords us the opportunity to be able to meet the holistic need of the family by bringing in professionals from a faith perspective to be able to serve the students, the families, and community of Building Hope through individual counseling, child and family therapy, and group counseling.
CareNet Counseling East is a pastoral care center. We see our mission as being focused on helping people be healthy and whole. When Building Hope adds the mental health component to the programs already being provided, it makes it possible for the participants, their families, and the staff of the center to receive the care they need. God has said that we have a future and a hope. This helps make that future and that hope, that destiny, much more promising.
Building Hope's strategic plan for the future includes expanding to serve 150 students daily in our after-school program, including a high school component with an emphasis on college and career exposure and exploration, as well as a robust summer program focused on service, leadership, character development, and the arts. It's through these programs that we'll be able to fulfill the vision of Building Hope, that is to touch lives, teach skills, and transform communities. It's your support of Building Hope that will allow us to continue providing hope and a clear vision for the future to the next generation.